Alright, so it's the end of the month, and at the end of every month we're going to be trying to do our Sprite Lovers episodes that detail what we got throughout the month, because typically we don't get as many games as we did this month in one month.
This month was kind of...
But we will still show them. Yeah, we went a little crazy this month, but we saw so many cheap deals everywhere we were that we couldn't say no. So we're going to get started, and we have a lot of good stuff to show you, so stay tuned. Okay, so our first litter of games that we're going to talk about is flea market pickups. We went to the flea market twice this month and got some really good deals on some pretty cool games. So I'll start off with a small one. I got a Game Boy Color game. It's in the protective case. It's Pocket Bomberman. And what's unique about this one is it's a side-scrolling Bomberman. So you still place the bombs and they still do the same explosions and stuff, but seemed really cool from what we saw so far. But can't wait to try that one out a little more.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, so what I got, I actually got this today. This morning we went to the flea market. I was looking at this last time. I was a huge fan of the Super Nintendo version, but Populous for 3DS.
No, regular DS.
Or regular DS, my bad.
Populous DS is the title. I didn't
3DS on the brain. Yeah, so Populous for DS.
Cool.
Really excited. I only got it for $5, so comes complete with everything. So pretty cool pick up there.
Classic Godsim game.
Yes.
So, all right, and then I got. I had this game already, but I've always wanted this collector's edition version. It was really cheap at the flea market, so I ended up getting Final Fantasy XII Collector's Edition, and like we mentioned a couple videos ago about special editions, we love steelbooks, and this has a steelbook. It has 2 discs. One of them is a bonus disc that comes specifically with the edition. There's some cool inner artwork on the steelbook and a nice color manual. So have the game. I'll probably trade the basic edition of the game back in for some store credit somewhere, but good to have this one that I wanted since the original came out. So pretty cool. I like 12, even though a lot of people hate it. I think it's the last good Final Fantasy, because I didn't really care for 13. I might give 13 another chance another time, but 12 I thought was pretty cool.
So. 6, so I have no idea.
Yeah, she's got a lot of catching up to do. So,
Alright, so this was a pickup I got from a couple weeks ago called Ivy the Kiwi, which I just noticed there's a little question mark.
Yeah, it's like Ivy the Kiwi.
So very cute, awesome art style. I think I only got this for like $6 or $7. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Kirby's Canvas Curse, where you draw the line for the character to kind of move across the screen. Only this character just keeps kind of like running across the screen, so you have to keep up with it. Otherwise, she runs into things and dies. Really cute game.
Yeah, they have a Wii version too, I guess.
Yes. And I actually didn't really hear this game till recently, and I just happened to see it at the flea market, and I was like, ooh, what's that? So it's very, very cool. Definitely worth checking out.
So this next pickup at the flea market was a really good one. We saw a complete in-box Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Kong Quest, not Diddy Kong's Quest, even though everybody thinks that's what it is. The case has a little, like the cardboard corners are a little bent, but pretty much the cartridge itself is mint. It's got all the original like instruction manual, posters, all the stuff that came with it, so it's still complete. And I already had the first one complete, so now we have 1 and 2. So we just gotta find Donkey Kong Country 3.
Find.
So yeah, that was another. That almost was the best find at the flea market, but it was edged out by something else that we found.
So something I came across, it was only $10 at the flea market. Now usually when you get this, it's like $50, $60 range, like Target, Walmart. Skylanders Giants starter pack has the portal, the 3 figures, which are currently out right now, but $10. So, and it wasn't. Everything was brand new. It even still had like the Club Nintendo points.
Got the light
cool little portal.
And the
so
game itself.
Very lucky, awesome find. And it's kind of. It's a good thing that I found it, but it's kind of a bad thing because I've just become obsessed with the game and collecting the figures. I actually bought another figure this morning. I'm going to very quickly go through what I got here. Okay, so these were the 3 that came with the starter pack. Pop Fizz, Tree Rex, and Cinder. Very cool characters.
They're just so detailed.
They're so detailed, and this video won't show properly, but just very cool figures, very awesome. He actually lights up, which is pretty cool. And this guy I love. Pop Fizz, it's cool. Let's put those back. Oh, I do want to mention, my friend Jay gave me a bunch of figures. He was collecting them at one point. I'll quickly go through. That one, Whirlwind. I can't remember that guy's name. Or girl.
Fire or something.
Fire.
It's a cool character with a fire arrow.
Yeah, another little tree dude. And this was a special edition. I have so many of these things, it's insane. Special edition drill sergeant he got me that's all red and cool looking. It was a Walmart exclusive. So there's that. I have more. Okay, so let's save that guy for last. This was actually the one I bought today, the Drobot. Really cool dragon / robot guy. Just very awesome. Cool, yeah. This I got as an anniversary present. Was this Sprite Rider guy. He was one of my favorites.
Yeah, when she was looking at him at the store when she got the game and hadn't really played it yet, she was like, that one looks so cool. And so I remembered and I got it, just a little mini anniversary.
He's cool. This guy I got yesterday, I already forgot his name, but he's kind of a cool fish guy. Kind of looks like an old school Zelda, or Zora from Zelda.
Yeah.
So, okay, the last one that I got, I went a little bit about it on an Instagram picture. Long story short, I went to a local game store yesterday, saw this guy, didn't buy it because I was like, no, I'm just going to buy the little Zora guy I just showed. His name's Double Trouble. Well, apparently, I went back home, kind of did some research, and I think he was from like a royal pack, so he's pretty rare. I think just for the figure alone, like I've seen from close to $50 to $80 for this guy, so it was a really cool find on my part.
Like $5 for it, so.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's good is with these figures, like all the old figures work with the newer games, which this is the newer game.
Yeah.
And so you can get figures really cheap at like flea markets, used game stores and stuff. So you don't even have to spend a lot to get a bundle.
Exactly. I don't intend on selling this guy. He's just really cool, and I'm really, really lucky to find him.
You got the rare one, so
definitely one of my favorites. So that's my find there.
Yeah. So, and speaking of our friend Jay, who gave her generously donated a few of the figures that he had in his collection, he also picked up this game real cheap at GameStop, and it was like $2 or something in the used game bin. And I know it was supposed to be a disappointing game when it came out, but now me and him can try it and play multiplayer together because he got a copy, and that's Brink. So it looked kind of cool before it came out, but I guess it's just very multiplayer focused, and there was some netcode issues and stuff, but it might still be cool, especially for $2. So definitely a nice little pickup. Nice of him to get that for us. So.
Yes.
So I had to go to Cleveland, Ohio for a business trip last weekend before, and of course, if I'm traveling anywhere, I always like to see their local game stores if there's any in town. So I did make a few stops and got a couple real cheap deals for some games. So first one I got is in Batavia. There was a place that we mentioned in our first video called Game Players Unlimited, and I didn't get this game there because they had it at Voltage Video Games here in Syracuse. But then when we came back from the trip, it wasn't there, so I regretted not getting it. So I ended up going back since I was going by there anyway, and that is Ranger X for the Sega Genesis. It's a really cool 2D game, really hard but really neat, and it's got the cartridge and manual, so complete in box, very good game, and I was glad that it still was there when I got it this time. So, and then I went to Play and Trade in Ohio, and they had an under $5 bin, and these were $2 a piece, so couldn't say no. One is a sequel to a game I really liked on Sega Saturn. Heard this wasn't as good, and I played a little bit of it. It's definitely not as tight controls and stuff, but for $2, again, can't really complain, especially when you really are interested in something and want to try it out. I got Knight's Journey of Dreams, so it's a sequel to Knight's. Not as good as the Saturn original, but pretty neat little Wii exclusive, so glad to try that out.
Under $5 now.
Yeah, anything, you can't really say no to $2.
$2, yeah.
So it's like less than a coffee. So, and then this was a much hyped game on the PS3, launched with motion controls only, and they were really bad. But then they patched in analog controls, and now that I'm playing it now, I think it's really cool.
It's really awesome.
And that is Lair for the PS3. You ride dragons, which never gets
Come
old.
on,
Yeah, it's awesome. So, this was a really cool game. I really liked Factor 5's old Rogue Squadron and Rogue Squadron 2, and even the third one on GameCube. They made really good flight sims, and when I'm playing this, it feels pretty much just like another Rogue Squadron game, just with dragons and stuff, but it plays very similar. So I liked those games so much. So maybe it missed its mark when it launched, but for now, it's a cool game. And then lastly, I went to a place in Warsaw, New York, called Gamezilla, which actually had a Batavia store too that I didn't realize, otherwise I would have stopped there probably, but it's okay. It was a decent store. It was kind of, all their games, including the one I got, are kind of dirty, so I definitely got to clean this up. It's like they just take them and however they are when they come in. They'll clean the pins and stuff, but the games themselves, I was just kind of like, ugh, when I was walking around. But they had, some prices were high, but there was a couple cheap things. So I got Blast Cores for Nintendo 64, Rare's first game for it. Never had it. I rented it back in the day, so I always wanted to get it, and now I have it. So pretty cool game.
So we went to GameStop a few weeks ago. Again, sometimes we run into some really cool deals going on. The particular GameStop we went to had a bunch of really cheap DS games.
Yep, loose DS games.
Loose DS games.
But which we don't like to have loose, but they were so cheap.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
Like $2 a piece, you can't really go wrong.
So first one we got was Honeycomb Beat. It's like a
puzzle game.
Puzzle game, yeah. I know there's some like cool music because you tried it out and stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of like each level is a different puzzle that you have to change the colors in a honeycomb pattern, and once you get them all in one color, then you solve the puzzle. So
yeah.
It's a nice little brain bender.
We got Magical Star Sign. Don't really know a whole lot about the game.
Yeah, I tried all these.
$4, so.
It was cool. It was like a RPG kind of strategy game. I don't know. I didn't get too far into it, but
I know when we looked
nice
into
little
it,
pixel art style.
Looked colorful and awesome. Yep. Hotel Dusk Room 215.
Yes.
Which you played.
I've beaten this game.
Really awesome.
Really cool.
It's not so much a game. It's more.
It's a visual novel. It's one of those games where there's gameplay, but it's a lot of dialogue. But it's really well written and really cool storyline.
Yeah. The last of the DS games we got were Children of Mana. Again,
not as good as the old Mana game, or Secret of Mana, or even Legend of Mana on PlayStation 1, but from what I played, this is probably the best of these.
Yeah.
Well, I like Hotel Dusk a lot, but the ones I haven't played before seem pretty good.
This was really cheap.
Hopefully we can find the boxes and instructions someday for them. But for now, pretty cool.
The last thing we got, you don't really see this that often. At least I don't see it. It was Final Fantasy Fables Chocobo's Dungeon. We checked it out a little bit.
Yeah,
it seems
really
to have like really awesome epic story.
Yeah, it's very, very cute and very fun, and it's got the traditional gameplay of the Chocobo's Dungeon games that have come out before, but Wii exclusive. So.
Yes. So it just looks like a cool little game. Definitely looking forward to playing this sometime.
Yeah. All right, next we went to that wonderful store, Clutter Ducks, in Cicero, New York, just outside of Syracuse. And they're just such a cool little store. And they had so many box Genesis games that I either had the cartridge only of, or a few of these I didn't have, but they were like 99 cents a piece, so I couldn't say no to games that cheap. So first two, I got Monopoly complete in the box. I played this one actually back on Sega Channel, and it's a pretty fun version of Monopoly. It's got funny little animations and stuff, so 99 cents, great deal. Wheel of Fortune, which I played this back in the day too. It's Wheel of Fortune. We've been addicted to the Jeopardy for Genesis, just because I got that real cheap a while back.
Look at Vanna White.
Vanna White looks so young. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's good to have. I mentioned a couple videos back that we're trying to collect Genesis games complete in the box. So for 99 cents, it was great to fill out my collection. Now, this is one of my favorite Genesis games, and I had just the cartridge, so now I have it complete in box, and that's Vector Man. So really, really awesome game if you haven't played it. It's,
I love that cover. Great
techno music. Yeah, it's got like a holographic cover, so really got to get that. And then I got Mortal Kombat 1. The first one, I had it, cartridge, but to see it complete in the box, again, 99 cents. Can't say no. So got that, and then at another game store, Micro Game in Clay, New York, they had they didn't really have too much when we were there, except for she got a Skylanders figure there.
Yeah.
But we just went on looking for cheap games for the Genesis collection. I already had this game, and that is Skitchin', which is kind of like Road Rash, not as good, but really unique because you're literally skitching, which if you don't know what that is, it's when you're rollerblading, you hang onto the back of cars and use them for momentum and stuff. So it's a neat little game with kind of cool, chuggy rock music for Genesis anyway, and good to have it complete in box. So I'll probably trade. I already have traded some of these doubles in that I now have in the box, but I'll do the same with Skitchin soon. So.
Okay, so this guy is really awesome, and not only did he get me that cool little Skylanders figure, he got me a couple other things for our anniversary. First one, which is the triple pack that has Trials, Limbo, and Explosion Man. I've been looking at this a long time. Limbo itself is well worth the price.
Yep.
Explosion Man, I tried a demo of it. It seemed really fun. Trials I haven't really played yet, but just a very cool 3-pack. Nice to have this in disc form.
Yeah.
This is so great. So, where did...
both of these I got at Sound Go Round, which is in Bloomington, New York. And it's kind of like a record store / video game store. They have a lot of video games there.
Yeah, this made me so extremely happy. Kirby's Dream Land, one of my favorite games. My mom had this. She never passed it on to me, so I had to get my own copy. But, I mean, this is just an absolutely beautiful shape. Yeah. I won't take everything out, but the game is in the plastic case, the instruction booklet, all the health and safety stupid.
She kind of collects. We don't die-hard collect Kirby games, but we do try to get as many Kirby games. I'm a pretty big fan
of the Kirby series. So. It's nice to finally have this complete. So
it was cheap, so
super exciting. Yeah, I mean for the price, it's
good deal.
It's perfect.
Yep. So couldn't say no. At Voltage Video Games in Syracuse, we picked up a few games. One of them with store credit, which was Ace Attorney: Justice for All. So it's the second Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney game. I played the first one, really good. I want to get it eventually, but I did play through that one. But we saw this there, it hadn't popped up at that store before, so when we had that credit from those Genesis games I traded in, I was like, hey, let's get this over here. So that's a really good one. And then following with the Donkey Kong Country kick that we've been on because of finding the box Donkey Kong Country 2, we got Donkey Kong Land for original Game Boy. Yep,
I did have it back in the day. I don't know whether I sold it or my mom took it, or I don't know. I think where I lost it. I don't know. I used to have it. It was so fun. Music's good. It's definitely the better of the Game Boy ones.
Game Boy ones. Yeah. I mean, there's 2 more at Voltage, so I'm like, oh. But we actually got this for $1 because we helped out the owner of Voltage. Just gave him a ride to FedEx, and he was gonna give me $5 in gas money, and so instead $5 went to this. So it was only $1. So nice little pickup that we got there.
Okay, so we're not going to go into detail because we did a video of unboxing this. This is our big, huge pickup for the month of September. This was our anniversary gift to each other. So
see our last video if you want to see the unboxing.
Yeah, very cool gift. I'm enjoying it. I've been playing through Wind Waker. Just amazing game, amazing system. So happy I got it. Something I did want to mention, kind of on a side tangent. In the last video, we were talking about, how the system itself has like the Zelda Triforce and decor on it, and I wanted to show you my 3DS that I got a while ago. I traded in my DSi for it. Let me bring it up because this is like my pride and joy.
So you can see the markings on that are very similar. So now it's cool. That we have both.
Black with the the inside's all black, but with the cool Triforce and just outside design. So that's my
baby.
So
you got matching Nintendo systems.
Yeah, so it's very cool to have the two complement each other, but.
Yep. Yeah. So we wanted to have, besides the Zelda that came with it, we wanted to get some games if we could find them cheap. The problem is it's hard to find used Wii games that are really that much cheaper than getting them new. But we did find a few. One of them was the only Wii U game that was on GameStop's half-off pre-owned list that they had this month, and that was Nintendo Land. So we got it for $6, and it's really fun so far. A lot of good multiplayer and single-player mini games that really let you try to use the new Wii U controls and stuff to your advantage. So really fun. Glad I got that one, and for $6 with our Power Up rewards card, real cheap.
It's a good way to try out the system too, and the different featers and things.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's cool.
Good multiplayer too, which multiplayer is always good. But we also wanted to have another. Well, I've already played Wind Waker. Not this new one, but it's the same game that I played on GameCube. So there was I wanted something else, some other mainline Wii U exclusive that you know, we could play, and or that I could play, and that was actually physical copy. So we were lucky, and at Soundgarden, the record store downtown Syracuse, saw a copy of New Super Mario Bros. U. So I started that up. We played a little bit of it at a friend's house a couple months ago on his Wii U, but great to actually finally own it. I was playing it, and I'm like, yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah.
So
Great multiplayer.
really good game, and I personally think compared to the last New Super Mario Bros., which was the Wii one, it has a lot better. The art style is a lot more varied than that one. That one was good, but it was very like plain and simple. But this has a lot better backgrounds. It just it has kind of the charm of the originals mixed with the tight gameplay and innovations of the newer ones. So really good so far. So I'm glad we got that. And then on top of that, I can't show this to you, but I did get 2 digital titles this month. The first one was for the Wii U. Couldn't say no. Earthbound, the original Super Nintendo RPG that goes for exorbitant amounts online, $10 on the Wii U. So I needed to get that right away, and I'm playing through it, and it's really fun. So
that was awesome.
That was the first digital title, and then I had about $2.50, $3 in change on my Nintendo account for the 3DS, and there was a game called Gunman Clive. And Gunman Clive is a little 2D platformer game. Megan had it previously.
It's so awesome.
And it's kind of like a mix of an old Western game like Sunset Riders, but it has kind of a Mega Man feel, but also it's got a lot of platforming in it with weird moving platforms, so it's kind of like Mario too.
Yeah.
So really fun, short,
good.
but $2, really nice, and a good little indie title.
Definitely.
So.
Definitely. Okay, so this is a section of our video. It's just going to be miscellaneous. Item
gaming related, but
first item, I wore it in the, I believe
2 videos ago.
Yeah, the special edition video, but I wanted to show it off. I got this from, let me set that down. I got this from the Voltage Video Game Store downtown. I can't remember the guy who designed the shirt, but very cool,
very nice design,
very awesome shirt. Can't wait to wear that more and show it off. It's just very, very beautiful.
Our favorite game store in town has a really cool t-shirt.
Yeah.
I actually see Vector Man on it, which is that game I got for Sega, so pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
It's at the top. So.
Yeah, I know. There's so much.
Yeah, it's one of those things you look at and you're
so
like, ooh, there's
detailed.
this and
There's
this,
so much little like Easter eggs, and it's just very cool. So very happy to have purchased that.
Megan spotted this. It sounds
this I saw. I listened to some of the tracks too on YouTube. They're
disco-y, cheesy stuff.
A little cheesy, but I mean, how often do you see this? It's kind of cool.
Pac-Man Fever.
So it's a record about Pac-Man.
And
Fever.
there's like Frogger and a couple other Atari songs on
Yeah, so.
And they have samples from the game sounds in there, so it's just neat to have.
Yeah.
It was in their like dollar bin or something like that.
Yeah, so dollar, can't go wrong.
Nice little thing for a game room, so.
Cool little collectible. Last thing, I saw this, and we're probably going to eat this after this video is done, or at least I am, if you won't. So SpaghettiOs came out with a meatball version, but the shapes are featuring Mario.
Yeah, Super Mario SpaghettiOs. So
I'm definitely
had to get a can.
I mean, why not? No, oh, cool! You can see. Let me bring this up. Hopefully, you can see that it has all the little, shows all the little shapes and figures and stuff. There's a fire flower, black, super mushroom, green shell, Mario, and a Goomba. So those are the 6 fun shapes, but
yeah, so kind of silly, but we had to get a can just because why not?
Why not?
Yep. So yep, busy month, but a lot of cheap games. So it was quantity, or high quantity, but still pretty good quality.
What's your favorite thing? Not the Wii U, because we're both gonna say the Wii U. But
that we found this month, probably still the Donkey Kong Country 2 in the box is my favorite thing because.
You don't
great
see it that
game,
often.
and Super Nintendo games hard to find complete, especially because of the cardboard boxes. So I was probably the most happy with that. And then of course Mario. Once we had the Wii U, getting the Mario game for it was good.
I'm gonna say definitely the Kirby's Dream Land, but the Skylanders. It's my new addiction. I absolutely love it. Just such a fun little dungeon crawler type game. The figures are addicting. Like I said, I'm probably gonna buy some more later this week. Yeah, can't go wrong there.
Yeah, it was for the price. She was looking at trying the game anyway, and now she was able to, and
$10.
for a fifth of the cost or whatever of the actual thing. So really cool. So yeah, that was our month of September. So stay tuned. We'll have some more videos in the next couple weeks, and end of next month, if we have any major pickups, we'll do a video for that too. We might have to cut back a little bit after all this, but you'll probably see another video.
A little insane.
Yeah, it was just a good month for finding good deals. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.